Welcome, my beautiful souls, to another week of the Soul Surgery Oracle reading. Welcome to the House of New. I am Osar Furian. I am your Oracle and spiritual cultivator. So, let's see what is good in your hood today, my beautiful souls. We're going to start off with a God card for the purpose. What's the purpose and the theme for this current week coming? So we have Imset, my beautiful souls, as you can see. Imset. And as it says, the air spirit. So Imset is one of the four children of Haru. Haru being, you could say, is symbolic of our will, the God of our will, or the faculty within yourself, which you call the will, which is a creative force, my beautiful soul. So Haru gave birth to three sons, or as a coordinator, which the will is, it's able to manipulate and coordinate the four elements. So in this sense, we're dealing with the air spirit. So if you're interested in daily rituals, this would be sunrise, right? And this would be facing east, my beautiful soul. So this is when the energy is, it's warming up. The life force energy is warming up. So as you can see, it's not at its fullest, which would be like 9 o'clock, or from 9 o'clock, which will be actual Haru hour, or 12 o'clock, between 12 and 3 is when the life force energy is at its most potent. So the whole thing about the will or one's consciousness is that it talks to the energy, it penetrates the energy, and it manipulates or moves the energy, my beautiful souls. So it ain't no different to like when you're feeling sad, or you're remembering negative thoughts, traumatic thoughts, and all of a sudden your energy feels lethargic or you feel angry. It's because your conscious thoughts, right, are now shaping the energy within you. So with Imset, right, Imset representing the head, representing, as you can see on the symbolism here, it has the cobra on his head. And it's also got a picture like of a human where the rest of them have the different animals. So this is about your human consciousness, your human awareness, your mental processes, your thinking, your planning, my beautiful souls. So it's a requirement that we are consciously aware of what we're doing in this present time or for the week to come. It's saying that we use discernment with the choices that we're making. We review, we reflect, we analyze, we intuit. All of those dynamics are connected to your thinking. This is about working with planning and strategy. So this ain't about impulsivity this week, my beautiful souls. This is about what what is my strategy to achieve what it is that you're trying to achieve, my beautiful souls, because there is something of achievement. You can see with the cobra on his head, that's the ability to rise your kundalini to your crown chakra and release that, you could say, awaken your third eye. Because if you awaken the crown chakra, the energy of the universe is going to come back in through your third eye, sit in your heart, then down to your navel chakra, my beautiful souls. Hence why we know things by heart, and we get this gut feeling. It's all the same. It's your intuition or the universal supreme intelligence that permeates through all things, working through your third eye. So that's why I'm saying about your intuition, your consciousness, your intellect is a vessel to receive this intelligence. It's already within you, but because we are the beings that we are, creative beings, godly beings, netarus, right, my beautiful souls, we have the ability to create, make our own choices. And that's what Imset, in a sense, represents. So because we have our ability to make our own choices, we now, sometimes a lot of us are living through our programmed selves, right? We're living through our habitual natures, our animal programming, that social categorization of the animal spirit, my beautiful. So we think that our feelings are our emotions, and we think our emotions are what we are. An emotion is supposed to be energy, and your consciousness is supposed to move it, and not your emotions move you, because that means we do not have free will, my beautiful souls. So that is the purpose this week, is working with strategy, right? Thinking before we act. So important. Having a plan, use your intuition, learn from within, which means you have to put your mind at peace, my beautiful soul. So for a lot of people, sometimes their minds are a bit hectic. So to reduce that, I would say breathing techniques, right? I'm not going to get into the different forms of meditation, but if you can get into some form of breathing techniques or some form of stretches that will help to just, disable when you have to starve. They call it the beast or the animal, which is your emotional thinking or habitual self. You've got to starve it of oxygen, hence why you do those deep breaths from your stomach, my beautiful souls. That's where your navel chakra or your solar plexus. So you've got the navel chakra, sacral chakra, you've got solar plexus, all of this energy where the life force sits. You're rising that energy with the breath. And when you're breathing in the breath, you're breathing in the universal chi, the universal Shekem, the Kundalini life force energy, right? That needs to be directed. So let's keep going. Let's see what we're actually learning. The Bardo. Ooh, this is interesting. So the Bardo represents, in one sense, you could call it like a place of limbo, right? You could say it's the point where the veil is thin between this world and the spiritual world. You could say this is the bridging of your intellect and your consciousness. You could say that this is also your ancestors, the people who have passed over to the other side, right, are trying to make connections. This is not no coincidence. We are in October, moving into that period where Halloween, right, is, and we know that this period is where the two worlds, Halloween represents when the two worlds are, the veil is thin. Let's put it that way. So what are we learning then? What are we learning? We are learning on one level to think out the box, right? It's like our habitual nature has us thinking as our animal self, very instinctive, where the intuition will open you up to possibilities, my beautiful souls. So this is about one level, opening yourself up to different possibilities, because we do live a very limited life because of how we see ourselves, or the social constructs that we live by, the cultures, the politics, blah 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 blah, humans policing humans and all of that rubbish, right? So it is that kind of energy, but on a deeper level, this is literally about you connecting over, or connecting back to your spiritual self, right, with the Bardo. So on a darker level, this is representing for some people the need to like forgive. This is the ability to kind of allow yourself to transform, to remove the weight of pain, to remove the weight and the burden of trauma which holds us down, which again brings us back to our habitual natures, my beautiful souls, right? I don't think it's no chance, because we've got all this energy in Scorpio, and Scorpio represents that deep, dark intensity. You know, they say still waters run deep. We've got Mars there, Mercury, Lilith, my beautiful soul. So for a lot of people, there's a lot of different themes that are going to be throwing up. So some of those themes could be your sexuality, could be how you see yourself, your gender, like male, female, the roles you want to play, right? With that Lilith energy there could be this pushback against social constructs, this belief system that you've been living by, which has kind of hindered you or restricted you. Mars energy being there, be aware, because Scorpio does rule your sexual energy. It does rule your libido, your genitalia. It also represents the digestive system. Scorpio is about release, hence this transformative energy. And this is all the energy that I'm seeing. It's like something needs to pass through. We've consumed a lot. So if you look on it on astrology, it's like Taurus is seen as the consumer. We're asking ourselves, what have we consumed? What is our sense of security that has kept us trapped and inhibited in this day and age, right? We're trying to release that by going deep into our shadow, shining a light, pushing our consciousness onto the unconscious so that we can be consciously aware. Because what Spirit's saying is that there are a number of factors pulling your strings and making you act in a specific way, or to shy away from certain things. You know what I'm saying? That is the kind of energy what we're going through in the form of transformation. The energy of Mars is there, so be aware of some of these things that are coming back to the surface, some traumatic events which need to bubble to the surface. Don't get lost in anger. Don't get lost in revenge, right? Channel all of that energy into transformation. Become the phoenix, right? Watch how your caterpillar turns into a butterfly. This is the whole energy of the bardo. You have the ability to go to the depths, the deep, dark depths, right? And for some of y'all, this is be aware of your psychic energy, right? Be aware of influences coming from you from other people, right? Meaning that some people carry negative energy or negative entities, right? And if you yourself are not emotionally stable, meaning your energetic field isn't stable, right? If your mind is constantly racing, that means that your pranic field, your energy field is weak, which means you allow the influence of other people or the entities that they carry. So especially with the scorpionic energy, be aware of this, because this might be people you meet on the street. This could be the people that you're laying with, right? You need to be aware of that. Or in the past you have done that and you've carried a lot of different things and are sitting on your soul, and spirit's just saying, yo, give it back to the universe. We do not need to carry that with the bardo, because you can see all the dead skulls. There's almost like an eye, right? So this is, to me, death and rebirth. But again, be aware that there are messages probably coming through this week or the following week from the ancestral realm or from the spiritual realm. Just be aware and discerning, because we've got Imset here. So we need to be discerning about what we're receiving. You understand? So for the lesson is opening up to possibilities, opening up to your spiritual self, cracking open your Pandora's box, literally, and seeing what's flying around in there. This is a daring to show the world your true, authentic self, whether they like it or not. They might persecute, right? But this is also part of your destiny, your ability to process who and what you are and what you require without fear of persecution. Even if it does come, you stand. It's almost like the persecution will force you more into yourself. The more they tell you that you can't be this thing, is the more that you're going to say, no, middle finger to you, I will be this thing. And we can see this around the world with the whole immigration rubbish, masking actual religious and racial intolerance, right? We can see this with the whole gender wars going on between a man and a woman. We can see this with the LGBTQ community. I think I said that wrong, yeah, but you can see that with the whole versus the conservatism, right? You can see the conservatism wanting to bring back an old form of religion, right? Or religion as we've known it, but be more conservative, because they feel that that's the only way to heal the world right now, not realizing that it was because of the religion and because of the politics. And when they came into the world and they said, you can't have sex like this, you can't have sex with this person, no sex between marriage, homosexuality is wrong, like all of this energy has forced humanity to be in the position that we are in now, where we're getting at each other, we're frustrated, because it's this false premise of equality, my beautiful souls, right? There we know equality is a myth. There can only be unity and diversity, symbiosis. This is the true energy of Ma'at, balance, harmony. Harmony can only happen when there's contrast, right? And then we live in a world of multitudes, and you can see this in nature. Nature works on a symbiotic by a symbiotic plan, and we also have that energy within us to unite or to be the individuals that we are, right, but still be part of the collective. But the collective at the moment wants everybody to conform to a certain archetype or a certain form of belief system, and that is incorrect. Why would something that's infinite, being the supreme being, which we are all children of, want its children to be clones, when the whole purpose of life, or for the physical form, is for the source or spirit to experience life in its multitude? Yes, my beautiful soul. So let's see what's going on right now. We got the Ace of Cups. Let's look at that. You see that energy there? Ace of Cups. Boom. So the ace brings us back to number 1 on the tree of life, which is Usar, representing the eternal aspect that resides between all of us, whether that's that consciousness and the energy that resides and links us all. So on a fundamental level, we are all linked, we are all family, we are all come from the same source. On the external side, we are able to explore our differences, right, and allow our different characters to shine through. And I feel like this is what the Ace of Cups is representing, right? There is an opportunity for us to first find that unique authenticness within ourselves. What is that connection to you and spirit? What was the contract that you and spirit have had? You come to this world to do what? Is it to be a worker? Right? Is it to be a slave for the system, to grind every single day with no purpose? Or did you come here to experience certain kind of things, to achieve certain kind of things, my beautiful soul? It's different for each individual soul, right? But the Ace of Cups in this position, to me, is representing you are the first, you are the seed, you are the womb, and you are the child that's created. Do you understand? It's that whole potential. Some people refer to this as new love or abundance and all of those things. But again, love comes from the essence of understanding, this harmonicness, this relationship between, this respect of the balance of diversity, the unity in diversity. There cannot be no love if we don't have that premise. So all the people that are arguing in their relationships, trying to get their partners to become something that they're not, just to appease your own energies and make you feel comfortable, that's selfish. Do you understand? Everybody's saying, oh, I don't like this, I don't like this is who I am, I can't do that. You're inhibited, my beautiful soul. So you don't know the scope or the dynamic of what you are, my beautiful soul. So that's the energy that I'm feeling with the Ace of Cups in this present time. So be aware of opportunities that might present themselves to you, whether that's through the form of a person, a friendship, a lover, new opportunities, right? Don't allow the darkness, right, residing in your soul because of the past trauma block you from seeing, right, this possibility or the potential that resides with a new opportunity. That's what I'm saying. And the new opportunity could be a concept of love, or it could be you understanding your own fertility, meaning that you are the soil that you plant your seeds. What seeds are you planting? Are you planting seeds, my beautiful soul? So we can fantasize and we can imagine all day long, but the whole point of our imagination and our dreams is so that we can have a blueprint that the universe can manifest. And we're obviously with a little help from ourselves, taking some action towards those dreams. So they're not supposed to stay in your head. I keep saying it. Imagination, magi, meaning magic, nation. So it's that conscious force, your thoughts, your intentions, better still, your will, right, my beautiful souls, unhindered by all this darkness, right? And this is also linking to sometimes we act impulsively, right, from our fears. So this is why Spirit's saying we need to reflect and we need to make decisions. We need to use our intuition and discernment. Jeez. And then we go to what we got here. Oh, interesting. Bhakti. So Bhakti, I think I'm saying it right. Bhakti, yeah. Bhakti is devotion, right? So it's saying the action that's required right now is devotion, my beautiful soul. So I think this is linking back to the inset. If we have a plan, we have a strategy, it's so much easier for us to get ourselves into a routine, right? And if we have a routine, then we're more likely to achieve the quality of what we're trying to achieve. So some people just do what they're doing willy-nilly, but this is about the quality. To get good quality, right, in something that you're creating or something that you're trying to receive, is you turning up. It's that consistency, right? And that you can't have that consistency without a strategy, without a plan, without seeing your fertility and who you are. It's like you can't want riches if you believe that you are poor, right, my beautiful soul? You can't want fame if you believe that your talent is not good enough. Do you understand, my beautiful souls? You can't heal, right, if you think that you are the animal self, if you are the emotions. You have to see yourself as your higher self, your divine self, your Netaru self, your godly goddess self, my beautiful souls. So that's what that devotion is saying. Spirit's like, keep on the path of self-discovery, right? There's many things that we are yet to discover within ourselves. So why are we saying that we're this thing or that person and all of that when we are actually beings of transcendence? We are becoming. So we're yet to see the fullness of what we are. So why are we limiting ourselves into these boxes, my beautiful souls? So stay devoted. You see the whole butterfly here, right? You heard me mention it before with the caterpillar energy, right? This Bado is you initiating out of your shadows, your caterpillar. Eat your shadows, right? In order to come out into the light, my beautiful souls. You can see the energy. This like a light, the sun, but it also looks like a moon to me as well. You know, like so it's showing you the part with the that's hidden within your own self, my beautiful soul. So devotion to a cause, a purpose, a project, your self-development, yourself or spiritual cultivation, right? That is the energy. It's like it comes under the yoga principle. So meaning that there is on the yoga path there are a number of stages, and bhakti is one of those stages. It's that devotional, it's almost as if, why do you get up every day? What motivates you to get up every day? Like for myself, is because I know I am a divine child. I am a child of creation, you know. So therefore, my cultivation every day, I know we're working towards that greatness, you know, or that awareness of that greatness, or the implementation of that greatness. It's also the same kind of energy that kind of stops me from losing my head when I find an adversity or in a challenge, you know, because we could just blaze fire and just burn it to ash, right? Or there's something that I can learn and process about my own fire and my own energies or my own thinking, my beautiful soul. So what gets you up? What is your belief system? This is asking about, what does spirituality mean to you? These two questions, these two here, Bhakti and the Bardo. Like, what is your spiritual heritage? Interesting. Like, what do you, your belief system, what is it, right? What is your shaping factors of your belief system, right? Is your belief system a religion, or is this a spiritual practice? Does it allow, it's a religion if it's stagnant, but it's a spiritual practice if it allows for evolution and growth, right? It's a religion if it's about persecution, right? Spirituality knows there's no condemnation, there's only cause and effect, right? If you put in the work, you get results. If you don't, you stay stagnant and you get the same, you experience the same experiences, my beautiful souls. You remain inhibited, right? So you can't evolve beyond that point. Spirituality gives you the power to connect back to source. Religion tells you to pray and ask for help. It's passive. Spirituality is active, my beautiful soul. It requires you live in truth. It doesn't require you going to receive sermon, right? And being able to give up your so-called transgressions, right? It allows you, spirituality will allow you to see the power that you are, the power that you hide, right? Because let's be, our negative aspects is a weakness within us, and the weakness is based on our own ignorance of self. So work spirituality really, and first and foremostly, is about gaining more insight into whom you are as a living being. Can you honestly say that you know your chemistry, you know your biology, you know your physics, my beautiful soul? Do you know your energetic makeup? No, we don't. So the society has told us that this is what we are. We are workers. We are laborers. We are, I don't know, we're drivers, we're cooks, we're chefs, we're artists, we're athletes, we're all these little things, right, that helps the system maintain its level of control and hold on us. And at that same time, our spirit and its greatness is stifled, my beautiful souls. So use this period of Libra that we're in right now. We're just coming out of Libra. I think we've only got a few more days left. Use that period, right, to make some connections if you need to make some connections with certain people, to allow that dance. Libra is a very good sign that helps you to balance, my beautiful souls, balance these different types of energies, you know, balance your needs against the needs of somebody else, right? So she brings in the concept of ma'at, understanding that we're all connected. Right? If we don't understand how we're all connected on a fundamental level, we cannot have this thing called morals, and we need the morals in order to respect the uniqueness and differences between each other, my beautiful souls. So use that period, and I said with the energies at the moment with Scorpio, this allows you to dive deep into yourself, into your programming, right? What aspects of yourself are you hiding, right? What aspects of yourself have you not been able to express? What pains are you carrying? This is the time where you can see it and release it, right? Who wants that burden? So, my beautiful souls, that is Soul Surgery this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that goodness there. You can check out my TikTok page also, which is the HOUS.OF.NU. That's House of New, my beautiful souls. Until next week, love, power, and peace, my beautiful souls.